What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode number 19, you guys, titled A Greek Tragedy in 6 Acts. So, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Before I actually do get into the video, so I did watch Candy speak on it from last week. I knew there was something that I didn't see. So Candy said that last week that in 2 weeks they were filming the reunion, which will be next week. But the reunion has now been postponed due to this whole coronavirus situation. I don't know why Real Housewives of Atlanta's reunion is being postponed because they don't have an audience. It's just Andy, the girls, and the production crew. So not quite sure why they postponed it, but they postponed it. Let's move into the episode review, okay? Alright, so I don't know what day we are in Greece. It might be day 1 or 2. But we see the girls, they're talking. So we see Nene, she was talking to Tanya and Cynthia. And then we also saw Candy and Kenya talking. So, Candy was just telling, Kenya, my bad, you guys. She was talking to Kenya about the whole situation that happened the night before with Nene. And I get the fact that, Kenya wasn't in the mood to talk to Nene at that time. But, like I said last week, Kenya could have said something to Nene. Like, she could have said, thank you, Nene, for the kind, thank you, Nene, for the nice, kind gesture. But, right now, with all the stuff that I'm dealing with Mark and everything, it's just not a good time for me to talk right now. And she really didn't have to shade her, by thanking everyone else at the table with the exception of Nene. Now, that was super duper shady to me. I was like, okay. Now you just egging it on. So then we saw Nene, Tanya, and Cynthia, my bad, you guys. So they went to the beach, took some photos, had a good time. So then, they get ready for the day's event. So they get on the little bus. And Candy tells them, like, you guys need to save the date because I'm having a COVID baby shower. And I've invited, so you guys can bring your men with you. And I've decided to bring Shadina, my surrogate, to the party. And they were like, so you really gonna bring her? She said, yes, I'm going to bring her. Because she is doing a lot for my family. And, she also told me that if I need her, that, she's in management and she could help with my restaurant. So I'm not gonna end the relationship when she has the baby. How do I feel about that? That's between Candy and Shadina. If Candy wants to keep a relationship with that woman after the baby is born, that's on her. No harm, no foul. Like if Candy developed a relationship with her, cool. I don't see anything wrong with it. I know, like with Kim Kardashian, she doesn't. She didn't invite her surrogates to the baby shower, and she cuts off communication with them. I mean, ultimately they're doing a job, but I mean, hey, if Candy has developed a relationship with the woman, who am I to say boo? So then we see them, they go out to eat. And they're extended in the air 100 feet, I believe it was. I was like, oh, hells no. I'm actually with Nene in this situation. Like, absolutely not. If I can't eat my food in peace on the ground, we're not going in the air. No way, Jose. So then they get up in the air, and I absolutely love Tanya, you guys. Oh my God, look, it's Acropolis. I just love Tanya. Tanya just happy about everything in the world. Like Tanya is just happy. So then so when they get up in the air, they have this wine, and Cynthia's talking about the wine. Kenya is being shady, asking her what would she pair with it. And I think she said she would pair like, a nice piece of grilled chicken or fish with it. And then Kenya, being shady, talking about, don't you think that will offset the taste of it? I'm like, okay, cool. It was funny. She doesn't know anything about wine. We get it. But then Kenya kept going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. I'm just like, wait a minute. If this is your girlfriend, why are you attacking her knowing... Like I didn't understand that situation. It was really pointless to be quite honest with you guys. I just did not understand why Kenya kept digging at Cynthia, kept digging at it. Cynthia wasn't catching it. Well, actually, I think Cynthia did catch it. She just let it slide. I'm like, no. Oh, no. because I even tweeted this. If this was Nene, if that was Nene, you would be in your feelings about that situation. You can't tell me she wouldn't be, but you don't want to. But you're not gonna check Kenya. Like, just be like, yo, Kenya, okay, once was enough, but now you keep going and going and going. Let's cut it out. Let's cut it out, please. Like, let's cut it out. Um, and I'm glad Candy shut it down. She was like, how many are you selling at Joe Spot? Exactly. So calm that down. Now, the production. So they have I got to that point yet, or even if I have already, even if I haven't gotten to that point, I'm talking about it right now. So production asked Kenya in her interview, like, so you got mad at Tanya for the same situation, about the wig situation. Don't you think that that's the same? Don't you think that that's kind of equivalent to what you're doing to Cynthia? Yeah, no, that's not. But then she got mad. I'm not answering any more questions because you're wrong, because that is exactly what you're doing. Now, here's my thing about the whole situation with the wine, because I saw a lot of people tweeting about it. Oh, Cynthia should know something about the wine industry if you're going to be in it. Not necessarily. There are a lot of people that are in industries that they know absolutely nothing about, but, you hire outside people that can educate you on what you're doing. Look at Candy. Candy has a lot of businesses that she probably knew nothing about. I'm pretty sure she knew nothing about the sex industry with her candy, her products. What is it called, you guys? I don't remember. But her sex toys, this restaurant business she and Ty went into, knew nothing about it, but she's doing amazingly well in it. What else does she got? Her makeup line that she got. Pretty sure Candy knows nothing. We can tell she knows nothing about makeup. Like, there's a lot of things. And somebody tweeted this, and I thought it was hilarious. They said Kenya knows nothing about hair because she's wearing two-tone wigs. That ain't coming from me. That's coming from somebody on Twitter. But I just thought it was I thought it was below the belt that she was doing that. Like, you're on national television. You don't have to show that you're like, you can be like, it was fun. Like I said, at first it was funny that, ha ha ha, Cynthia doesn't know anything about wine, but then you keep going and it's just like, okay, damn, she really don't know shit about wine. So why would I go to her wine cellar and buy some wine for her? If I tell her, oh, I'm having a nice piece of steak tonight, what would you pair with that? And then, you get home and the wine that she gives you, you're like, this does not go well with this. Exactly. You fucked up her business. But you want to go off on Tanya about that. So then the girls go shopping and they go sightseeing. So then they also went plate smashing, which it looked really fun. Like they had a good time there. So yeah, I jumped ahead of myself about Kenya production, but now we're going to stop and move on to the next. Alright, so when they went shopping, we saw Portia and Tanya. So Portia and Tanya bought the evil eye, which wards off bad spirits, bad vibes. So they get back and they give Cynthia the evil eye because of the shadiness from Kenya. And Cynthia, again, she saw it, but she didn't see it. And I'm just like, how did you see it but you didn't see it? Like, Kenya was being shady, and that if that's your bread and butter, if that's one of your bread and butters, like, check her. Now I get it. You got the Bailey, the Bailey agent. Is that still open? The Bailey agency, you guys? You got the Bailey agency. You got her eyeglass wear, her backpacks. Actually, is it any of those? No shade, but I don't see her talking about it anymore. But I'm pretty sure she still does that stuff. But I'm like, just check up. Be like, what, Kenya? Again, like I said before, it was funny the first time, but to keep going on, yeah, I think you need to stop. Like, it's overkill at this point. Because Cynthia said she knew that Kenya was joking. A joke is one. She was telling jokes, more than one, not singular, plural. She was telling jokes about you. She was joking. So, then we find out that the girls are going on a wine tour. So in the bus, they're talking to Marlo about this old man that they saw on the beach. And Marlo's like, I like him old, but not that old. And, so they asked her, like, so what do you want in a man? And money aside, but she couldn't put money aside because she wants him to be well off and have his own business. So again, she just wants somebody with some money. And Candy was like, well, when I got with Todd, Todd was in the 100,000 club. And I still got with him because, I thought to myself, he's smart, I'm smart. We can make, more money being together. And that's exactly what happened. We make money, 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 money. Correct, Candy. You and Todd, you turned. Portia was hella funny. She said you took your lemon and made lemonade. I was like, oh no, not the Mama Joyce reference. Not the Mama Joyce reference. But that is true. That is true. She has turned a lemon into lemonade. I hate to agree with Mama Joyce on that one, but she has. So then they talked to Nene about, her relationship with Greg, and about, she just gives some advice. I really, truly, honest to God, wasn't listening to it. I wasn't listening to it. I don't care. I mean, because I couldn't get out of my head the situation that happened on Angela Yee's lip service where Nene said that Greg was talking to one of her staff members. But then on here, you talking about he hasn't cheated on you. I just don't know what to believe when it comes to Nene and Greg. I don't know if she's setting up a storyline for next season. It's just weird. So I wasn't really paying too much attention. My ears did perk up a little bit when Tanya was talking about giving a man, giving a blowjob. I'm like, I would imagine you do it a lot, Tanya. No shade to you, but yep, I don't think Paul is complaining at all about that. At all. So then we see the ladies. So they go they go shopping. Oh yeah. So after the wine tour was over, I'm like, they go shopping. Yeah, they went shopping. So it was Kenya, Tanya, Marlo, Candy, and Cynthia. So those ladies went shopping, and then Portia pulled Nene to the side so that they could have a conversation with each other. So Portia just tells Nene how she felt about her. She felt like she didn't care about her, and then they showed them text messages between Portia and Nene that Portia posted on Instagram. This time last year after the reunion happened. Actually, there was this time last year because it was in March. So you remember the one where she called her fat piggy, and then Portia called her granddaddy long legs. That one took me out when she called her granddaddy long legs. But those whole things. And Portia's whole thing was, you said all this shit to me, and I had just had PJ. So, I was going through postpartum and everything, and here your dumb ass come calling me a pig, just attacking me. And I'm trying to breastfeed my baby, and when you was texting me, I had my baby on my titty, and I had to take her off so that I could go back and forth with you. Like, come on, Nene. Like, I don't know why Nene went that route. Like, I think it was absolutely despicable and absolutely disgusting as hell to just sit there and talk shit about that girl. Like, you are built like Gumby, Nene. At least Portia has a shape, because Nene is just straight up and down, no curve. Her ass is flat. I mean, she got tits, but her ass is flat, like nothing. It just goes, whoop. Now Portia goes. So again, I don't care what you say about Portia. She looks better than Nene. Like, okay, but Portia, and for the longest time it was just Portia talking. Now it could have been editing, but it was just Portia talking about the things that they need to do better. And I'm just like, so is Nene gonna chime in at any point? Is she gonna say anything? And Portia talking about what they need to do better. I'm just like, again, is Nene gonna say anything? And I'm like, is she even gonna apologize? But she starts crying. At first, I was like, she trying to, and I was like, she trying to muster. She is really trying to muster up a tear, and that one tear, it did fall. And I don't know, you guys. I just really don't know. A part of me feels like Nene was sincere, but for her to say those things that she said to Portia, like, I just do not know. Let me know if you guys believe that she was sincere. I just don't 100% know what to say about the situation. Like I said, it feels like she was it felt like she mustered up that one tear, but then at the same time it does, because her eyes were really red. So it's Let me know what you guys think. But she did apologize to Portia at the end of the day. And I thought that was good that she apologized to her. Whether she meant it or not, I think, hey, you should apologize for that shit that you said to Portia, because that was disgusting as hell. But let's move on. All right, so next the girls go out to eat. And man, when I tell you, I never saw so many cats in my life. Like, my cousin wants to go to Greece for our birthday, which is in July. Mine is the 16th. His is the 23rd or the 24th. His is the 24th. Yeah, his is the 24th of July. He wants to go to Greece. After seeing this episode with all these damn cats, I'm allergic to cats. I don't want to go to a restaurant and no fucking stray cat walks up to me. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Fuck it. Give me my food to go. We're going back to the hotel or wherever the hell we stand at. So I'm thinking about this long and hard if I want to go to Greece. Greece looks beautiful, but I don't like cats. I don't have anything against cats personally, but I'm just allergic to cat hair and dander, and yeah, I don't want a cat near me. No, thank you. So when they go to dinner, Portia pulls Tanya to the side and tells Tanya that she and Nene, reconcile with each other because she had Nene's makeup on her dress. And that gives Portia the idea of having a ruin party where the girls just put everything out there and leave it there in Greece, so that way it doesn't ruin the rest of their trip. I'm like, okay, Portia, I know production put you up to this, but this is not going to end well. So then they call Eva while they're out, and Eva tells them that she's 5 centimeters dilated and she's going to the hospital tomorrow to be induced. So then Candy mentions to Portia that, she and Nene are missing their lashes. So what happened with you guys? And, Portia's like, you know what? I don't really want to talk about it right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a ruin party. And that way, everyone can put everything out on the table. Kenya wasn't really feeling that. But I'm like, girl, production put her up to that. Like, come on. I don't know why they play these games like production don't put people up to certain things. Because Candy has done it in the past. So Portia, they get back to the villa, and Portia tells the girls to get ready. So then they go out, and so they have little crowns for each person. So one person will wear a crown, and whoever is wearing the crown, whoever they want to talk to or address, they'll give the crown to that person. So Candy says, you know what, I'll go first. So she says, and I'm gonna give the crown to Portia. So she says, Portia, tell us what happened between you and Nene. So Portia does tell, I talked to Nene, I told Nene how I felt about certain situations, and now Nene and I, we're good, and I'm just happy to have Nene back in my life. I would tread lightly, Portia. I'm just going to say that. Tread lightly with Lanithia Monique Leaks. Oh, speaking about Monique, I'm ready for Potomac. Are you guys ready for Potomac? Let me know. Let me know. Because Atlanta has, this season hasn't been significantly bad. It's definitely much better than last season, I would say, where they didn't have any drama. But it's not, I don't know what to say, but I'm ready for Atlanta to end. I'm ready to get to Potomac. Ready to travel down to Potomac, Maryland to see my girls Karen, Giselle, that ain't my girl, but see the girls Karen, Monique, Candace. We're going to talk about them when the show comes on. I'm not going to go into any details. I'm just going to talk about that when we get to Potomac. But let's get back to Atlanta. So then next up is Cynthia. So Cynthia, she goes and she addresses Kenya about the shady shit that she was doing at the dinner. At dinner. And, Kenya was like, I was just being, funny. I wasn't, I respect you and your businesses, but why did you keep going on and on and on about her business? It wasn't the fact that you were just being silly. It was the fact that you kept going like the Energizer Bunny. That was the issue. You kept going and going and going. And, and then Cynthia, at that, she said, they were like, Cynthia, you just got read. She said, well, you're only read if you feel like if you received the read. Nah, Cynthia, you might not have received that read, but that was a read. I'm just putting it out there. So then while Cynthia is addressing Kenya, Nene chimes in. She's like, you know what? I might not have a crown, but Cynthia, that's bullshit. Because if it was me, you would be trying to check me about that situation. But with Kenya, it's like you cower down to her, and I'm like, exactly what I said earlier in my tweet. If it was Nene, she would be all in her feelings, chiming at Nene, going at Nene, and then Nene calls Kenya a big ass, you a big ass bully, bitch. Did you just call me a bitch? Yeah, she called you a bitch. She definitely called you a bitch. And then she says, oh, this is the bipolar Nene. I'm like, wait a minute. Kenya, didn't you just get mad a few years ago at Phaedra for calling you bipolar, but now here you are calling Nene bipolar? Okay, whatever. So, they go back and forth for a few minutes. So then Kenya thanks, she gives the crown. Kenya takes the crown. She gives it to Tanya. She thanks Tanya for being compassionate towards her and not bringing up any of the stuff within her going on with her relationship. I'm like, you see what a different person Tanya is than you, don't you, Kenya? Because now I'm sorry, this is just me being me. I gotta be honest with you guys. The way that Kenya came at Tanya about the cookie lady, I would have, when we got Greece and when I found out in the blogs that Kenya and Mark was going through a divorce, I'd be like, oh hell yes, payback is a motherfucker, because I'm finna go in on your motherfucking ass. And when we got the Greece, I would have been talking all kind of shit like, oh, so what's going on between you and Mark? I heard you guys getting a divorce. Aw, that's so sad. Is he cheating on you? Is there a cookie lady? Is that the reason why you brought the cookie lady to meet me? Oh, so you were just deflecting because you're from your own fucked up relationship. Ha ha! Karma's a bitch, isn't it? Like, I will go in on Kenya. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry that you're getting a divorce. I would be a petty Nene. Like, I really would have been if I was Tanya. But Tanya's a different person. Tanya, she is able to be like, you know what, that's a fucked up situation. I'm not gonna, make any digs at her because that is not that's not a position that I would want to be in. Tanya is much better than I am. Because I'm telling you guys, I would have been digging for days and I wouldn't have got off of Kenya's neck. I would not have. Now, Kenya also feels like, Tanya owed her an apology for the whole wig situation. I'm with Portia. Nope. Mm-hmm. Nope. Yeah. They don't equal out. Like, you brought this woman around her. Now, I know people keep talking about the fact that Cynthia brought the woman around too. I'm not letting Cynthia off of the hook with that one either because that was messy. But the fact that, Kenya did it in such a horrible way, like you want to, Kenya brought her around to embarrass Tanya. Like, keep it real. That's what Kenya wanted to do, was embarrass her. But I don't think that, oh, the wig situation, like, girl, you could spin that. You could definitely spin that to make your business look good. But, it is what it is. So then, Nene and Kenya once again go back and forth with each other. And, she's like, that's why Mark don't want to be with you. Your fake booty, your fake this. I'm just like, oh, so this is where we're going. And then, she's eating popcorn and she's trying to she said, oh yeah, you gonna throw it at me? Huh. This is going down. But you guys, that was actually where the episode ended. So be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button so you guys know when I drop anything else. Share this video, and I will catch you guys later on for I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow for, what is it? Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in Miami. So until then, guys, later.